I sit by the window every night, a silhouette bathed in fragile light. Stars flicker distant, cold and shy. They remind me how far you lie. The silence hums a lonely tune, whispers secrets to the moon. The emptiness I try to hide echoes your absence by my side. Or will you ever come back to me? I'm drowning in this quiet sea. The stars are fading one by one, just like the dreams we left undone. Or will you ever find your way to fill the space where shadows play? My heart is drifting, lost and torn, waiting for you to bring the dawn. I trace the patterns in the sky, hoping for a sign, a reason why. Your voice a distant melody, now just a ghost inside of me. The night feels endless, cold and still. Time moves slower without your will. The darkness deepens, pulling me into the void where love used to be. Or will you ever come back to me? I'm drowning in this quiet sea. The stars are fading one by one, just like the dreams we left undone. Or will you ever find your way to fill the space where shadows play? My heart is drifting, lost and torn, waiting for you to bring the dawn. I close my eyes, but you're not there. Just the scent of you left in the air. Memories flicker like stars at dawn. They burn out, but I still hold on. Or will you ever come back to me? I'm drowning in this quiet sea. The stars are fading one by one, just like the dreams we left undone. Or will you ever find your way to fill the space where shadows play? My heart is drifting, lost and torn, waiting for you to bring the dawn. I close my eyes, but you're not there. Just the scent of you left in the air. Memories flicker like stars at dawn. They burn out, but I still hold on. Or will you ever come back to me? I'm drowning in this quiet sea. The stars are fading one by one, just like the dreams we left undone. Or will you ever find your way to fill the space where shadows play? My heart is drifting, lost and torn, waiting for you to bring the dawn. The sky's still dark, the stars don't speak, and yet I wait, though I'm so weak. I sit by the window every night, hoping you'll return, chasing the light. The rain taps on my window, soft and slow, like a voice that only I can know. I wonder if you hear it far away in the quiet of some distant, lonely day. The storm outside is calm compared to me, an empty room, a hollow melody. I close my eyes and pull you close in dreams, but when I wake you're fading like the seams of whispers lost in time and space. I reach for you but find the same old place. How long until we meet again, my love? When will the clouds above us break enough? All I have is rain and echoes now. I miss you more than these words allow. The storm rolls on, but you're not here, and all I feel is the silence near. The lightning cracks but doesn't bring you back. It's just a flash, another fleeting act. Imagine us beneath the same dark sky, your heartbeat close, your breath a lullaby. The distance keeps you further than before, and all I hear is rain upon the floor. I hold my breath and count the drops in vain, like they could carry me through all this pain. I wish that I could send them to your door, but every drop just echoes even more. How long until we meet again, my love? When will the stars align for us above? All I have is rain and echoes now. I miss you more than these words allow. The storm rolls on, but you're not here, and all I feel is the silence near. Time feels like a river we can't cross, and every moment spent apart feels lost. But somewhere out there, do you think of me? Do you hear the rain, the same melody? How long until we meet again, my love? When will this distance be enough? All I have is rain and echoes now. I miss you more than I can vow. The storm rolls on, but you're not here, and all I feel is the silence near. The rain taps on my window, we can't cross, and every moment spent apart feels lost. But somewhere out there, do you think of me? Do you hear the rain, the same melody? Time feels like a river we can't cross, and every moment spent apart feels lost. But somewhere out there, do you think of me? Do you hear the rain, the same melody? Time feels like a river we can't cross, and every moment spent apart feels lost. But somewhere out there, do you think of me? Do you hear the rain, the same melody? The time feels like a river we can't cross, and every moment spent apart feels lost. But somewhere out there, do you think of me? Do you hear the rain, the same melody? Time feels like a river we can't cross, and every moment spent apart feels lost. But somewhere out there, do you think of me? Sheltered with me until that day. In the faded glass of memory stored, I see a figure I no longer adore. Eyes that shimmered with an untamed light. Now shadows murmur where there once was flight. Was that really me in a time untold? Or just an echo soft starting to fold? I wear the face but the soul seems misplaced. Caught in a web where time has erased. Reaching for whispers but they slip like sand. Each second fleeting, slipping from my hand. Am I the one dissolving, or is the world pulling free? A fractured vision of who I used to be. I'm holding on but the feeling's obscure. Numbness wraps around what I thought was sure. Was it ever real, this life I have known? Or am I just a traveler, endlessly alone? Tracing the outlines of a heart that won't show. Lost in the rhythm of a world I don't know. The mirror betrays the years I can't reclaim. A stranger's reflection still whispers my name. Lines on my skin, like rivers in drought, mark the journey of a self fading out. Where did the laughter break and turn to sighs? When did the colors drain from these skies? Now every breath feels like a muted song, and every day just a night too long. Grasping for moments that vanish in air. What was vibrant now feels threadbare. Am I the one unraveling, or has the world let me go? A fading figure in a landscape of shadow. I'm holding on but the meaning escapes. In a dance with time where memory shapes. Was it ever mine, this path that I roam? Or am I destined to always feel alone? Tracing the echoes of a voice that won't show. Lost in the silence where the wind used to blow. Once the stars sang like fire in my chest. Now they flicker distant as I forget the rest. Where did the warmth of belonging reside? Now I linger on edges where no light abides. Each heart beats slower like a clock winding down as the world drifts past in a silent sound. The laughter has softened, the joy has grown thin, and the silence grows louder, filling spaces with wraps around what I thought was sure. Was it ever real, this life I have known? Or am I just a traveler, endlessly alone? Tracing the outlines of a heart that won't show. Lost in the rhythm of a world I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I've already slipped away. A ghost in my own skin slowly decay. Maybe this numbness is my final refrain. A quiet end to a forgotten name. To always holding on, but the feeling's obscure. Now I linger, am I destined to always feel alone? To always feel this alone. Are the longest, unraveling slow, like threads of a life that I used to know. You held me together when the world fell apart. Now I'm chasing the shadows where you left your mark. Your arms were a fortress, a refuge of light. Now I'm lost in the silence of endless night. The walls are too wide, the space too thin. I search for your presence, but where do I begin? I call out to the darkness, but it never speaks. Just the echo of moments that slip from my reach. I'm caught in the middle of where you once stayed, and the emptiness growing as you slowly fade. How do I move through this world without you? The warmth of your touch is a ghost passing through. The bed feels too wide, the air feels too still. Without you beside me, the void never fills. I hold on to fragments, but they fall away. How do I survive when the nights steal the day? The weight of the silence, it's heavy as stone. Your laughter is buried in the corners of home. I trace the outlines where your fingers once laid, but they vanish like whispers, like memories frayed. You'd wrap me in comfort when the storms raged outside. Now the storm is within me, with nowhere to hide. I thought I could carry the pieces of you, but they slip through my fingers like morning dew. I reach for the warmth that lingers in the air, but the cold creeps in and I'm left in despair. I'm tangled in time between then and now. Your absence a wound that I can't disavow. How do I move through this world without you? The warmth of your touch is a ghost passing through. The bed feels too wide, the air feels too still. Without you beside me, the void never fills. I hold on to fragments, but they fall away. How do I survive when the nights steal the day? And every dream I wander, you're fading again. A mirage in the distance, just out of frame. I chase what we had, but it's slipping like sand. The more Imagine the distance just out of frame. I chase what we had, but it's slipping like sand. The more that I reach, the less I can stand. I've tried to forget, but I fear what that means. Will I lose what we were, or just what it seems? Your memory lingers, but time pulls you deep. I'm caught in the void between waking and sleep. I move through the moments like shadows through glass. Each second slips by, but none ever last. Conversations float by, and I nod in the haze, but my mind's in the silence where you used to stay. You're the space between words, the note never played, a thought left unfinished, a light that won't fade. I miss you like rain on a desert dry day. No matter the distance, I can't turn away. Is your heart as restless, caught in the same tide? Do you chase the horizon where I used to hide? I try to forget, but the scars never heal, and the hollow inside is all I can feel. Will we ever trace the lines that we crossed? Can we ever return from what we've lost? Distractions like moths drawn to flame, but each one burns out, leaving whispers of pain. I search for the meaning in faces and names, yet they blur into shadows, and none are the same. You linger in moments, the silence between, the pause in my breath, the unsaid in between. I wonder, do you feel the world turning slow as I'm bound to the memories I can't let go? Are you haunted by traces of paths that we knew? Do you sift through the fragments of me left in you? I tried to let go, but the tether's too tight, and the distance between us dissolves in the night. Will we ever find the words left unsaid? Can we untangle the thread that's hanging by a thread? In the quiet of hours, when no voice intrudes, I unravel the knot of our tangled truths. We were winds without anchor, stars lost in their arc, two halves of a whole, now adrift in the dark. I wonder if you hold the same aching glow, or if time's washed away what I'll never outgrow. Were you lost in the world, or have you found the ground, while I'm still falling without making a sound? Ever return to where time stood still? Or are we just stories unfinished until I fade into you or you fade from me? In the spaces between where we both cease to be, and though I search I can't let go. Will we ever find a way back home? Will we ever find a way back home? search the static, hoping for your trace, but the empty signal fills the air with grace. The hours bend like light through distant glass. The world keeps moving, but time won't pass. Caught in the web of a wordless dance, I hold my breath waiting for one last chance. Wires hung beneath the skin of night, carrying whispers just out of sight. I wonder if you're listening somewhere far, like the echo of a fading star. Every moment stretches thin as thread, tangled in the silence of things unsaid. I rehearse the words I'll never send, a language of longing that won't transcend the space between us, an endless tide, washing away the bridges I once tried. Fingers hover over keys that don't respond, locked in the stillness where I don't belong. The quiet swells, a wave I cannot see, drowning the shorelines where we used to be. I wish for something more than the phantom tone, but all I find is the ache of being alone. Wires hung beneath the skin of night, carrying whispers just out of sight. I wonder if you're listening somewhere far, like the echo of a fading star. Every moment stretches thin as thread, tangled in the silence of things unsaid. And what if your thoughts are tangled too, in the labyrinth of what we never knew? Do you reach for me in the quiet hum, or am I just a memory that won't become? The static speaks louder than your breath, and I fear the silence is all that's left. Still I wait, though the clock unwinds, hoping to decipher the spaces between the lines. But the distance lingers without form or sound, an invisible wall where we remain bound. The wires between us may never break, but they carry the weight of a silence I can't shake. What if your thoughts are tangled too, in the labyrinth of what we never knew? Do you reach for me in the quiet hum, or am I just a memory that won't become? The static speaks louder than your breath, and I fear the silence is all that's left. And what if your thoughts are tangled too, in the labyrinth of what we never knew? Do you reach for me in the quiet hum, or am I just a memory that won't become? The static speaks louder than your breath, and I fear the silence is all that's left. Still I wait, though the clock unwinds, hoping to decipher the spaces between the lines. But the distance lingers without form or sound, an invisible wall where we remain bound. The wires between us may never break, but they carry the weight of a silence I can't shake. To myself, it's just a passing phase, a fleeting cloud that veils the moon. The echo soft, it calls my steady tune. And every time I rise, the ground caves in. The weight of all I carry pressed within. It wraps around like vines unseen, and I smile, pretend like it's not closing in. So I carve a smile stitched in thin, a fragile mask where shadows spin in the corners of my quiet mind. The battle rages undefined, and I say I'm fine, though inside I'm breaking. I hold the world, though I'm barely shaking. I wear the cracks like a hidden scar, fading further, though I've come so far. And I smile through the fractures, bending low, afraid that if I speak, the darkness will grow. I'm caught between the weight and sky, cradling the fall, but no one asks why. The days bleed slow in hues of pale, an endless drift like paper sails. I tell myself it's just the tide, but still it drowns me from inside. And though I don't wanna be a burning soul, the silence has a price, a cost untold. I swallow words that taste of fear and bind them deep so no one hears. I craft a smile thin as glass, hold the tremor until it's past, but beneath the waves I can't deny there's an ocean growing wide and high. And I say I'm fine, though inside I'm breaking. I hold the world, though I'm barely shaking. I wear the cracks like a hidden scar, fading further, though I've come so far. And I smile through the fractures, bending low, afraid that if I speak, the darkness will grow. I'm caught between the weight and sky, cradling the fall, but no one asks why. If I reach beyond this hollow sound, hold the tremor until it's past, but beneath the waves I can't deny there's an ocean growing wide, stretched between the light and dark, a fractured soul with fading spark. But if I break, will they still see the pieces of what's left? I say I'm fine, though inside I'm breaking. I hold the world, though my hands are shaking. In the web of fractures laced in skin, I'm fighting battles I'll never win. And I smile as the pieces start to fall, still pretending I can carry it all. I'm stranded in a quiet place, and no one sees the cracks I trace. So I say just a phase, as the dark pulls me under, a whispered storm with no crack of thunder. And I smile as the light begins to fade, still afraid to let go of the masquerade. Through the crowded streets I drift, unseen, unheard. 1,000 voices melt, but none speak a word. Feet beat the pavement in a hollow trance. I'm a ghost among them, lost in this dance. With every breath I sink deeper within, a fragile skin stretched over battles I won't win. Feet beat the pavement in a hollow trance. I'm a ghost among them, lost in this dance. With every breath I sink deeper within, a fragile skin stretched over battles I won't win. They can't sense the storm wrapped tight in my chest. Hurricanes swirl in silence without rest. I wear these hours like a brittle disguise, but underneath you'll see the cracks start to rise. Every step a struggle, sinking in the tide. I move through the world with nothing to confide, reaching for the day when shadows won't bind, hoping tomorrow won't leave me behind, hoping tomorrow won't leave me behind. Faces blurred by in fleeting silhouette, each passing moment thick with unnamed regret. I trace their lives, fast forwarded and bright, while I wait in the gray between wrong and right. The mask I wear, it fractures and strains, worn thin by the weight of these endless refrains. They don't see the weight that pulls me below, a quiet force drowning all I used to know. I walk this line, unsure of the end, watching every echo stretch and bend. Every step a struggle, sinking in the tide. I move through the world with nothing to confide, reaching for the day when shadows won't bind, hoping tomorrow won't leave me behind, hoping tomorrow won't leave me behind. There's a tremor, a pulse beneath, a slow unraveling of what's hidden in grief. Torn between surrender and the fight to be found, I hear the dawn calling in distant sound. I'm tethered to something just out of sight, in the stillness, the edge of night. The crowded streets, they swallow me whole, but somewhere in the distance I still see control. I'll keep moving in slow motion steps, hoping tomorrow I won't forget, hoping tomorrow I won't forget. Farther from the shore, and the harder that these quiet streets alone. Every face I see is someone I've outgrown. They blur like shadows in the fading light, but every one of them reminds me of your eyes. The days stretch out like endless roads of gray, and I can't find the start or end to this decay. Without your touch, the world's an empty room, a clock that's frozen, waiting for you to resume. The world has paused, suspended in between. Thousand nights without you feels like one long dream. I'm counting hours, lost in the unknown, till you come back and make this place my home. The wind whispers secrets I no longer hear. Each step I take feels further from where you're near. And the city lights, they flicker just like my heart. In every empty moment, we're still apart. The streets echo your name, but it's never enough. The silence louder than the noise I've come to trust. Without you, every breath feels out of place. I'm chasing time, but I can't keep up the pace. The world has paused, suspended in between. Thousand nights without you feels like one long dream. I'm counting hours, lost in the unknown, till you come back and make this place my home. And in the haze, I see your face, but it fades like smoke, no trace. Time's a thief, and I'm its prey, caught in this loop of slow decay. I wander through the streets, but I'm not whole. Lost in the thoughts of you, you're still my soul. And when the world resumes its steady beat, I'll wait for you where these shadows and echoes meet. Nothing feels right until you're here. Only then will time reappear. I scroll through the pages of time, pictures frozen but you're out of frame. Every smile a soft reminder of love wrapped in joy and pain. Your eyes, they light up the distance, but I can't reach the warmth they gave. Here I stand, trapped in the silence, wishing you'd find your way. Faded echoes of our laughter hang like whispers in the air. With every touch, the shadows grow of the love we used to wear. I keep dreaming we'll find forever, but tonight I'm all alone, lost in memories of us and the place we called our home. There's a weight in these empty moments, like a ghost that lingers near. Each frame a little more broken as I drown in what's no longer here. Your voice, it fades in the distance, like a song I can't quite place. And every second without you feels like a slow unraveling grace. Faded echoes of our laughter hang like whispers in the air. With every touch the shadows grow of the love we used to wear. I keep dreaming we'll find forever, but tonight I'm all alone, lost in memories of us and the place we called our home. The sky looked different without you, even the stars have lost their light. And though the moon tries to guide me, I'm wandering through endless night. I know one day we'll meet again, where time and sorrow bend. But until then I'm falling, chasing echoes of what we've been. I keep dreaming we'll find forever, but tonight I'm all alone, lost in memories of us until you guide me home. The sky looks different without you, even the stars have lost their light. And though the moon tries to guide me, I'm wandering through endless night. I know one day we'll meet again, where time and sorrow bend. But until then, I'm falling, chasing echoes of what we've been. I keep dreaming we'll find forever, but tonight I'm all alone, lost in memories of us until you guide me home. Each morning breaks through, then you can refrain. Hoping today might untangle the chain, but hours drift by like shadows on glass. Each second a river I can't seem to pass. Your absence hangs heavy, a weight in the air. The spaces between us, a silence to bear. The world once in motion, now frozen in time. I listen for footsteps that never align. The ticking persists, a cruel steady thread, weaving a pattern where words go unsaid. In rooms once alive, now nothing remains, just the hollowed out memory that quietly reigns. When will the light return, break through the still? The laughter once woven with the breeze on the hill. Now the walls hold their breath, the sky won't reply, and the earth that's been slowly beneath the quiet sky. When will you come back to a time fell apart, and stitch up the silence left sewn in my heart? I miss how your thoughts would dance through the air, turning the ordinary into something rare. Now the quiet is brittle like glass under strain, fracturing moments of joy into pain. I tell myself stories to fill in the space, but the silence remains unmoved by the chase. The hours they blur like ink in the rain, each fading hope leaves a lingering stain. The clock spins in circles, but still it won't yield to the ache that the passing of time can't heal. A pause in the wind, a fracture in sound, where once there was warmth, now coldness is found. When will the night unravel this knot, release me from waiting in the spaces you forgot? The air stands so still, the world's lost its sway, where once there was warmth, now coldness is found. When will you return, break the spell I've been bound, and carry me back to the place we both found? Is there a world where the clocks unwind, release me from waiting in the spaces you forgot? The air stands so still, the world's lost its sway, and I'm left with the silence that won't fade away. When will you return, break the spell I've been bound, and carry me back to the place we both found? Is there a world where forgot. The air stands so still, the world's lost its way, and I'm left with the silence that won't fade away. When in dreams I see the lines on your face, but even there you slip out of place. Will there be a time where we find our way? Or is this the rhythm where we'll always stay? Each morning I wake, the same cycle repeats. The silence unbroken spreads through the streets. Your voice is a ripple I no longer feel, and I wonder if silence is all that's real. When will you come back? When will this end? In the absence of sound, I lose you again. Through the park where we used to meet, the air feels heavy and the sky's incomplete. The trees remember, but they're whispering low in shadows of memories only I seem to know. Without you, even the flowers have lost their bloom. Colors once vivid now fade into gloom. I sit on our bench where time once stood still. Now it just echoes an unspoken chill. I close my eyes and you're here with me, but when I wake it's just the wind through the trees. The world feels colder, the lights so dim. Without you I'm lost in the space where love used to begin. The laughter we shared hangs like ghosts in the air. I reach out for something, but there's nothing there. Footsteps forgotten, pathways unknown. I walk in your absence, but I walk alone. Without you the seasons feel out of time. Summer's a whisper, winter's in rhyme. I sit on our bench, close my eyes to pretend, but when I open them, it's always the end. I close my eyes and you're here with me, but when I wake it's just the wind through the trees. The world feels colder, the lights so dim. Without you I'm lost in the space where love used to begin. Time's a thief and it's stolen you away, but the park keeps on breathing in a different shade of gray. I try to move forward, but I linger instead, tracing the echoes of things left unsaid. I close my eyes and you're here with me, but when I wake it's just the wind through the trees. The world feels colder, the lights so dim. Without you I'm lost in the space where love used to begin. And when the night falls I still wait by the gate, but the stars don't shine the same as they did on our fate. Without you even moon's lost its glow. In the park where we met, only silence will grow. I'm on the edge, just biding my time. The light in their faces, it pulls me like the tide. But my feet stay planted, and the world feels too wide. I wear this mask so well, I hide behind the sky. 1,000 silent stories locked beneath my eyes. I want to reach, to feel, to finally let it out. But the fear, it swells, and I'm drowning in doubt. If I let them see the cracks in my soul, would they turn away, leave me alone? So I stay in the shadows, hoping they'll see the silent scream that lives deep inside of me. Oh, can't they see? Can't they see the quiet storm that's breaking free? Voices echo like a distant dream, a warmth I long for but never seems to reach. I stand in the corner, lost in between a world so alive and my own quiet scene. I wear this mask so well, I hide behind the sky. 1,000 silent stories locked beneath my eyes. I want to reach, to feel, to finally let it out. But the fear, it swells, and I'm drowning in doubt. If I let them see the cracks in my soul, would they turn away, leave me alone? So I stay in the shadows, hoping they'll see the silent scream that lives deep inside of me. Oh, can't they see? Can't they see the quiet storm that's breaking free? The pain is subtle, like a whisper in the night, but it clings to me softly, never out of sight. I'm screaming without sound, crying with dry eyes, praying that someone will hear through the lies. So I stay here silent, just out of reach, watching them live while I barely breathe. If they could see through this mask